everybody, and welcome to this week's episode, the second episode of Get Off Your Ass and Cook. And in today's episode, I'm going to be showing you how to make a tiramisu, a really easy dessert, really impressive if you know how to do it. So, before we get started though, I got to give a shout out to a friend of mine and co-worker named India. For Christmas, she got me this up here. It is a little movie memorabilia from Freddy vs. Jason. It's got a shot of Freddy and a little 35mm film clip from the movie itself. She drew me for Secret Santa this year. She asked, what did I want? I said, movie memorabilia. She surprised me with this. Way to go, India. You did a good job. Now let's go and get started with this tiramisu. Now what you're going to need is you're going to need 6 large eggs at room temperature, and you're going to need them separated. You're going to need yolks in one, and you're going to need the whites in the other. Next thing you're going to need is 3/4 cups of sugar. You're also going to need 2 teaspoons of vanilla flavoring, 2 cups of mascarpone cheese, 16 ounces of mascarpone cheese. What you're going to need, 2 cups of coffee. Strong, extra strong coffee. Think about the strongest coffee you've ever had in your life and then make it even stronger. And you're also going to need ladyfingers. Now around here, ladyfingers are hard as hell to get hold of. Usually when they do get them in the stores, I buy them out because I tend to make a lot of these things. Anyone who's ever liked them said they love them. Last but not least, you're also going to need a bar of chocolate. Now, traditionally, dark chocolate goes on top of this, but the Bobbsey twins, known as Ricky and Damien, my sons, you've seen them in previous videos, they ate my damn bar of dark chocolate. So when I went back to the store, trying to get another one at last minute, they were sold out, so I'm having to go with milk chocolate. I don't think it's really going to affect the flavor much. You don't really get too many nuances of the chocolate. What you get mostly is the cream and the cookie and the coffee. But let's go ahead and get started. Now the first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to take your egg whites here and you're going to need to beat them with a whisk until they hit stiff peaks. We're going to do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, we have beat these to a nice good meringue consistency. Now what I mean by stiff peaks is you can do it like that and it stays nice and formed. And work that off a little bit. Okay, we'll set that to the side. Now the next step is going to be taking your 3/4 cups of sugar. That's 1. Holy hell, that's 2 and a little more. And that's 3. Okay, I know I screwed up there, but it's not going to make much of a difference. It's not a very sweet dessert, so if you add a little bit extra, most people tend to add a little bit extra just to kind of give it a little more sweetness if they don't like it. And so the next step is to take your vanilla flavoring, 2 teaspoons of vanilla flavoring. That's going to be this little guy right here. And that's 1. And that's 2. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take our mixer, I'm going to find the damn lid, and we're going to beat the hell out of this now until it's a nice sort of pale yellowish color. We're going to take care of that, and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so we've got this to a nice sort of pale yellow ribbony consistency. You can probably see that right there. That's what you're looking for right there. Now our next step is to add our 2 cups of mascarpone cheese. Tell you right now, if you decide to do this, and give you a little heads up, this shit's expensive. Put that in there. Get you a nice little rubber spatula where you can scrape all this stuff out of here. Just like so. There we go. That's 1 cup. 1 cup, 8 ounces. That's what it has on the container, 8 ounces. Same damn thing. There we go. There we go. And now once again, we're going to go back to our friend Mr. Mixer. We're going to mix all that up until it's all nice and mixed together, and, well, there's basically no other word for that. See you in a minute. Okay, so mascarpone in, all mixed up and pretty. Now you're going to take these beautiful, still fluffy egg whites and you can put them right in there. Alright, now, gently, I cannot stress this enough, gently mix the two together. You don't want to take a lot of the air out of your egg whites. That's what's going to give your cream a good fluffy consistency. I cannot stress enough. Gently. Alrighty, so that is all beautifully and gently mixed up. You still see it's got a good fluffiness to it. Looks beautiful. And now it's time, first off, to clean up a little bit of mess here. Time to assemble this thing. Okay, so the first step to doing this, you're going to take some of your cream and you're going to layer the bottom. Just like so. A good layer on the bottom there. Now any Italian will tell you when you're doing this, you better damn well not use a metal utensil. They prefer wood. I'm using plastic. I think I got pastry cream in the coffee. Yes, I did, but it's cool. So, next step. Take your lady fingers. Them opened up. I'm going to do just a quick dunk. Just like that, in and out. Don't want to leave them in there. You don't want them soaking up too much of that coffee. Just a quick da-da, just like that. So I'm going to get this first layer done and I'll be right back. Okay, so the first layer is almost done. Now when you get to this little corner area over here, you might be able to see that, you might not. It's a little, you're not going to be able to put a whole one in there. So what you're going to do is you're going to snap, dunk, in place. Just like so. You want to try and fill up as much of the space as possible. And then the next step, you're going to go back, you're going to add some more of your cream there. You're going to keep repeating this process until you get it all the way to the top. So I'm going to finish that off, then I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that chocolate. See you in a minute. Okay, so assembly is complete. Now, for the chocolate. What you do is, if you can, open this son of a bitch up. My hands are a little slippery. There we go, got it. Break you a little bit off. Take you a microplane, zester, whatever you want to call it, and just grate it on the top. Just like that. Now, if you don't have a microplane, zester, grater, or whatever you do, you can always substitute the chocolate for cocoa, or excuse me, cocoa powder, and it works just as good. Alrighty. Now, I'm going to get the birthday boy in here. We're going to give this bad boy a taste. Okay, we are back. Say hello to the birthday boy here. As you can see, he has one of his douchebag presents on. This is a beanie with headphones in it. Real douchey if you ask me. I don't know, they just seem kind of douchey. So, we're going to serve this up. Now, I'm going to take a piece out of the pan. He said he's just going to take the whole damn pan.
Yeah, it's mine.
Yeah, I know it's yours.
It's only fair.
That's kind of how you want it to look right there.
Nah, you want it just straight out.
Yeah, if it were up to him, you just take it straight out of the pan. You got your spoon? Alright.
Yeah,
And we're going to give this a shot. Well, I know. Never mind. Just eat it. Mm. That is good. What do you think?
I could finish yours for you. Don't make it.
You can drop dead. And here's the weird thing. I absolutely detest coffee. But there's something about this that I love. You don't get a lot of coffee, you just kind of get a nuanced coffee flavor. But I think the cream makes it worth it. What do you think?
Someone calling me.
Okay. Well, that's it for the second episode of Get Off Your Ass and Cook. Make sure you try this recipe out. I'll see you next time.